විශේෂයෙන්ම
APA සහ PTA prevention of terrorism. ඒ ගැන කතා කරනකොට අපේ රට තුළ ජාත්‍යන්තර වශයෙන් ඒකට වැඩි විවේචනතාවයක් තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඒ වගේ නීතියක් අපේ රටට ඇත්තටම අවශ්‍යද කියලා Human Rights Commission ගේ මතය මට දැනගන්න පුළුවන් ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක්. තව දෙයක් තමයි ප්‍රොෆෙසර් දන්රාජ් එතුමාගෙන් මට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. இப்போ அந்த பொருளாதார நெருக்கடி காரணமாக பாடசாலை மாணவர்களுடைய கல்வி இடைவெளிகள் வந்து அண்மைய காலங்களில் அதிகரித்து வர ஒரு போக்கு இருக்கு. இப்போ நாங்கள் வந்து பாடசாலை மாணவர்கள் சார்ந்து இருக்கக்கூடிய மனித உரிமைகள் பிரச்சனையில இந்த கல்வி இடைவெளிகள் என்றது வந்து மிக முக்கியமான பிரச்சனையா இருக்கு. இது சம்பந்தமா மனித உரிமைகள் ஆணைக்குழு எடுத்திருக்கிற நடவடிக்கை என்ன? இன்னொன்று மலையக மக்கள் சம்பந்தமாக ஒரு ஃபேக்ட் ஃபைண்டிங் மிஷன் வந்து முன்னெடுத்திருக்கிறதா சொன்னீங்க. அந்த அறிக்கை வந்து சமர்ப்பிச்சு நிறைய அறிக்கைகள் வந்து அறிக்கை சமர்ப்பிக்கிறதோட நின்று போற ஒரு போக்க பார்க்கலாம். அப்ப இதுல அடுத்த கட்ட நடவடிக்கை என்னவாக இருக்க போகுது அப்படின்றது இன்னொரு கேள்வி.
Thank you for that question. I'll answer the question about the PTA and ATA. So, first of all, it has to be acknowledged that the Human Rights Commission is not an expert body on security. So, we are not in a position to advise the government on national security. Our position and our mandate is to advise the government on compliance with human rights. So, whatever national security law that is produced, Commission's mandate is to make sure that the government relevant minister receives advice on how to make that security law compliant with Sri Lanka's obligations with respect to Sri Lanka's Fundamental Rights Charter and also international obligations. Having said that, in the past year, and this includes the previous composition of the Commission as well, the position of the Commission has been to advise the government that offence that deals with terrorism can be brought under the ordinary law. And the Commission has raised the question as to whether a special law is required. That was a question. But ultimately we have to know our remit. And we are not experts on national security. So national security experts have to take that call. But we have raised that question. But if a special law is being brought, and that is now happening because there's an anti-terrorism bill that has been tabled in Parliament, and now the Supreme Court has also issued its determination on the bill. In that context, we have also engaged. And we haven't said we are not going to engage. We have engaged and we have given some key observations, particularly on the rights of persons who are arrested and detained to ensure that their fundamental rights are guaranteed, particularly on things like fair trial rights, access to legal counsel. Whoever it might be a suspect, those suspects also are owed certain rights under our constitution and under international law. So that is the role that we play. But if you look at our statements, we have also raised the question about the need for a special law.
I'll answer you in English, right? Okay. And about these dropouts from the school, it is true after these economic issues, the dropout rate is increasing in the school system. And we have to study that. And there are reports are coming about that, and we have to study that. And but we are not, the Commission has not done a special study about the dropout rate national-wise. That's number one. But it is true, as you asked, it is important for the Commission to study about the dropout rate and inform the government about the seriousness about it. And the number two question you asked about the plantation. So I want to say once again, plantation community is not the only disadvantaged community in the country. There are many disadvantaged community within Sri Lankan community, state, right? And we have to study them. But the plantation community is very weak. I gave you some kind of statistics about how bad the situation in the plantation community. So it is important to study about that community, and we will make a report to the government. So the government will take action on that. That is number one. In the meantime, we will also take action, studies about the other disadvantaged community in the other parts of the country. But initially, we are starting with the plantation community. Is it okay?